Out in front. Fessler. Denied. Now Pierce pinches. Will push it down. Intercepted by Sully Dillon. Dillon. He'll hit Kelly. Kelly tries to hit Burke. It was a little far for him. Stretch to stay onside was Dillon. Burke gets a shot off wide. Now Weiss up along the boards. Battling. Erickson now on. He'll get in the fray. Keefe plays it in. Tonka tries to play it out. They do. It's a loose puck. Dacey able to go back, get it first. He's taking all kinds of punishment. Hey, you want to call that? Whitehawks play it back into their own defensive zone. Now played out. Keefe will handle it. Wait for everybody to get on side. Play it back in. Dillon giving chase. Mountain West Tonka plays it along the boards. Dillon works towards the middle. He hands off to Weiss, who scoots it just wide. Now Dillon back looking again. Weiss's backhander goes wide. Erickson gets taken down on a hook, and he's going to draw the penalty. Dacey with a shot right on net, but stopped. But Orono is going to go on the power play with 5:50 left in the first. 5:50 left. Orono goes on the power play as Erickson draws a hooking penalty from the Mountain West Tonka team. Peck, Downey, and Gerlach at the point. Gerlach winds up, fires off a Mountain West Tonka skate. It goes in the netting, and when it goes in the netting, you got to blow the whistle. We got another puck. And 1:17 left on the Orono power play. Same five out there. Peck, Downey, Lee, Gerlach, Kinder. Peck wins it to Lee. He gets it back to Gerlach. Gerlach goes cross-ice. He was looking for Downey, whose stick was tied up. Downey gets a stick on it now. Plays it back down, but nobody there. Now Peck is. Peck going to forecheck. Gerlach trying to pinch and hold. He does, but Mountain West Tonka able to clear on a backhand lifter. Kinder goes and retreats and grabs it. He'll get it to Lee. Lee tried to go back to Kinder. A little miscommunication there. Gerlach's got it. He'll hit Peck. 40 seconds left on the power play. Peck enters the zone. He cuts through a couple guys. He gets through. Now, Whitehawks play it out. 27 seconds left. Downey hits Peck. Hit him at the skate, though. So Mountain West Tonka clears it again. Now Downey inside the blue line goes cross-ice for Lee. Just over the blue line, he makes a couple moves. He gets a shot just over the net. Haven't had a shot on goal for the power play, and with 3 seconds left, 2 seconds, we'll get an icing call. So we've got 2 seconds left to get a shot on net. Power play continues to be a little bit perplexed. Good movement of the puck, just not a lot of shots on goal. Burke, Fessler, Kelly out there with Pierce and Keefe. Man advantage for 2 seconds. Burke gets it to Fessler. Fessler in the corner. Now Tonka comes out of the box there at even strength. That player interrupts Pierce's play. Pierce gets it back to the opposing blue line. Now goes off a stick high in the air, batted down. Kelly able to grab it, excuse me. Mountain West Tonka goes D to D. Now they clear out the center ice. They enter the zone. They go behind the net, tried to center it, went off the net. Now Pierce gets taken down, or Burke gets taken down. That'll draw a call. And the Whitehawks are going to go to the box for either a hook or a hold. It's a hook. 3:42 left. Orono goes right back on the power play. We change up the D line. Daisy and Kinder come out, along with Kelly, Fessler, and Burke. Draw one by Orono. Back to Kinder. He whipped on the shot. Mound Westonka clears it down the length of the ice. That'll be icing. Can't ice the puck even when you're on the kill at the PWA level. 3:32 left in the first, no score. 1:21 left on the Orono power play. Burke gonna handle this draw. He wins it to Kelly. Kelly moves in. He fires just wide, or a save was made. I couldn't tell if the goalie got a piece of it. Fessler behind the net. Looking to set it up. Gets it to Kelly. Down to Fessler. Fessler to Burke. Back down to Fessler. To Kinder. Somebody make a move. There you go. Fessler moves in. He shoots. He hits the post. Fessler back to Kinder. Let it rip, buddy. He does. It doesn't get through all the traffic in front, and the puck comes out of the zone. 38 seconds left on the power play. Fessler deals it to Burke inside the blue line. Moving in. He'll shoot low. Save made. Kelly. He grabs it. Comes to center. Oh, he was looking for Fessler on the backside. It was just a little behind him, but Fessler gets it to Kinder at the point. Back to Fessler. Back to Kinder. Shot. Blocked out in front. Burke behind the net. He tries to stuff it. It goes just wide. Now, Fessler hands off to Kinder. Kinder shoots again. Goes off another Mound Westonka player. Burke fires. Burke scores! Burke unassisted at 2:06. An even strength goal as Mound Westonka was just out of the box. Good shot. He found the far side, found all kinds of net, and gives Orono a 1-0 lead. I almost said the Warriors, the Whitehawks, whatever their name is. Mound Westonka brings it in, shoots. Lamparski makes the glove save and holds on. 1:46 left in the period. Orono leading 1-0. Erickson battling for the draw. He wins it to himself. Thank you. Pierce comes away with the puck. He's able to clear the zone. Now he chases it, gets it. He's looking. There were three guys right in the middle he was trying to get through and find the puck. He did enough to disrupt it. Now it comes out of the zone. Weiss has it. He'll back tap it to Pierce. It wasn't strong enough. And now Gerlach. Welcome back, Mason Gerlach, but you're right back off the ice, buddy. He's got 90 seconds to think about that one. Coach Kelly telling him what he did wrong. It was actually pretty textbook. He did lift the stick, but I think he's telling him too much motion in that ocean, and you got to go think about what you did. So Orono going to be shorthanded the last minute 14 of this, unless the Whitehawks score. Peck gets it to Keefe. Downey along the side. Shoved off the puck, but Peck able to clear the zone. Whitehawks send it back in, played by Keefe. Oh, he almost played it out, but cut off by a Whitehawk entering in the zone. Now Keefe goes far side for Dacey. Dacey grabs, gets it to Downey. Downey was defended. Now, taken away by Dacey again. He'll flip it up in the air and down the ice. It's got enough on it, it'll make it all the length of the ice, but with 38 seconds left, we've killed off 37 seconds of this penalty. All right, Peck, Dacey, Downey, and Keefe out there still. Peck wins it to Downey. Downey starts streaking down the ice. He starts trying to make a move in. Got poke checked a little bit. Mound Westonka plays it out. Keefe going to play it right back in. And short-handed. Whitehawks finally get control of it, put it in the zone, but right on Kinder's stick. He'll dump it back out. They got to get onside. They come back in. Peck takes it away. Peck going cross ice. Cut off by Mound Westonka, but offside the call. 5 seconds left in the period. 20 seconds left on the kill. Orono leading 1-0. Going to try and straighten up this camera angle a little bit. Draw comes right in front of me. Kelly, Lee, Kinder, and Pierce out there. We had a whistle. I'm not sure what it was for. Now, Mound Westonka wins the draw, puts a shot in. Lola stops it easily, and that does it for the first. Orono leads 1-0 after 1. All right, here we go. Looks like they forgot to freeze the penalty timer. Didn't we have like 10 or 15 seconds left to kill? Oh, there it comes back on. Yeah. All right, so 15 seconds left on the penalty to Gerlach. We'll be shorthanded for 15. Keefe, Kelly, Burke, and Pierce out there. Orono leads 1-0. Sorry for the, I forgot to start the recording at the beginning of the game. I called 8 minutes of a really good game, and you guys missed it because I'm stupid. Anyway, Orono, Keefe, he holds the zone, and shorthanded, we'll just dump it in and kill off the rest of the penalty, I should say. We're at full strength. Fessler comes on the ice. Burke to Kelly. Kelly in the corner trying to find some room. Whitehawks take it away, pound it off the boards. Burke trying to find it. Pierce trying to find it. Keefe does find it, but Whitehawks hold the zone. Now Pierce goes opposite side. He's looking for Fessler. Fessler bangs it off the boards to himself. Then he hits Fessler. Who was that hit him? It was Kelly, sorry. I had Kelly and Fessler mixed up. In any event, Fessler has the puck now. He puts it down low for Burke. Played by Mound Westonka first. Now Kelly gets tripped up. He'll draw a call. So Orono's going back on the power play. Kelly draws a tripping penalty. Orono will send out Weiss, Downey, Peck, Dacey, Kinder. That's 5. Peck takes the draw. 2 Downey. Downey moves in. He shoots. That's off the side of the net. Now Peck. Far circle. Cross ice to the point for Dacey. Dacey wheels it back down to Downey. Downey goes cross ice to Kinder. Kinder moves it over to Peck. Peck's going to skate in. He makes a move. He shoots. It's low. Weiss with the rebound. Trying to get control of it. He gets it back to Kinder at the point. Kinder winds up. Goes off a Mound West Tonka player. Peck gets it to Dacey. Dacey goes to Downey. Downey comes out. Circles. Inside the point. He shoots. Oh! Did that hit the... Weiss scores! Weiss makes it 2-0 Orono. I don't know who all got assists on that. I think there's 2 of them. But Downey, I don't know if it hit the post or what, but it bounced out of there. Somebody grabbed control of it, got it to Weiss, and Weiss shoots it in. Power play goal by a Whitehawk skate. Now Dylan back to the point for Gerlach. Gerlach shoots. Save was made. Lee with a tough angle shot. Gets a shot off. Gets a good shot off. It goes off the goalie's helmet and into the netting. So we'll get a whistle. There's still time on the penalty clock, but I think it's just they're just letting it expire because we're 5-on-5 now with the power play goal by Weiss. Erickson, Lee, and Dillon, Pierce, and Gerlach. 12:33 left in the second. I'll change the period to the second here in a second. Whitehawks get the puck. They clear the ice. It goes the length, but icing is waved. Gerlach goes back and retrieves it. And he'll poke it out of the zone. That was offside. That's offside. Thank you. He got the whistle. All right, this is zone. He gets it down into the corner. Fessler giving chase. Mound West Tonka reverses the puck. And they're able to clear the zone, but Burke taps it in. He goes and retrieves it. He's trying to get it to Fessler. Played by the Whitehawks. Keefe breaks that one up. He gets it far side for Kelly. Kelly gathers. He skates in. He shoots. It goes just wide off a stick. Burke back to the point for Dacey. Dacey fires towards the center. It's broken up, but Kelly gets a backhander just wide. Now Keefe. Keefe takes a shot, but he's able to get it through. Kelly gets a shot. Deflected Fessler, who got a shot. Now Mound West Tonka just going to clear the ice. That'll be icing. 11:17 left. Orono starts to smell blood in the water and trying to put a few more on the board here. We'll change them up. Peck, Lee, and Downey come out with Kinder and Gerlach. Draw one by Mound West Tonka. They clear. Broken up by Kinder and Gerlach. Gerlach able to clear to Lee. Lee taps it to Peck, entering the zone. He puts on the brakes. He finds Lee. Lee tries to find Downey on the far side. Just a little behind him. Now, Lee working along the boards along with Downey. Downey gets it to Peck. Peck shoots. Oh, man. Good save. Another shot. They're digging at it. It's loose. It's in. And Downey scores. Downey from Peck and Lee. I'm giving all three of them a point because they were working as a team and working hard. Downey able to put one on from Peck and Lee. That makes it 3-0. We'll change them up. Erickson, Weiss, Dillon out there with Kinder and Gerlach. Now West Tonka wins the draw. Goes off the ref as they were trying to enter. Dillon pokes it the other way. Now Weiss. He cuts. Shot. Save. Mount Westonka player whiffs. Dillon grabs it. He brings it out. Centered, and it got through everyone. Kinder able to track it down and hold it before the blue line. But now they clear. It goes down the length of the ice, but Kinder touched it, so icing is waived. Kinder back behind his own net, grabs it. He finds Erickson. Erickson able to handle it. He passes it up to Dillon. Right on the money. Dillon moves in. He shoots. Puck deflected. Almost came right on Weiss's stick as he was crashing. Now Weiss centers. Nobody home. Westonka clears. That's icing. And 9:38 left in the... 9:37 now left in the second. Orono leads 3-0. We'll change them up. Burke line out. Burke, Fessler, and Kelly, along with Pierce and Keefe. Battled for. Fessler is going to come away with it behind the net. He tried to center hard. Now Burke has it. Nope. He takes a whack at it. Fessler gets a look on a backhander. Just saved. Keefe cuts it off of the blue line. Fessler shoots wide. He was, I think, looking for a deflection. Burke now pounds it down into the corner for Kelly, who takes a shot. Now Burke on the puck. He works his way in there right to Fessler, who got a shot off and save made. Pretty shot, pretty pass. Keefe from the point, fires one in, goes off Kelly's stick wide. Now Mount Westonka able to clear. Uh-oh. Kelly's hatcheting, and he's going to get the call. You make that kind of motion, you're going to get a absolute penalty for a slash. Yeah. What, me? I only did it 4 times. He gave you the first 3, dude. I'm just chopping wood over here. What are you talking about? All right, so Orono's going to go on the penalty kill. Peck, Downey, Kinder, and Dacey. Peck wins it to Dacey. Dacey goes far side. Downey's going to play it out of the zone, take a little bump, and he's going to draw a penalty. Peck with the puck, shorthanded. He was looking for Downey crossing in, but that will draw the call as Downey got checked, and Mount Westonka, 12 seconds into their own power play, negate it with a penalty, and we'll skate 4-on-4 for the next 78 seconds or until somebody scores. Those 4 stay out there for Orono. Mount Westonka controls the draw. They reverse the puck to the far side. Downey gets to it, but then falls down. Mount Westonka moving the other way. Held up by Kinder. Now a player gets through Dacey. Shot. Save. It was loose. Now Dacey gets it to Downey. Downey gets it back to Dacey. Dacey gets a backhander off. It was saved. Downey in the corner trying to grab. He does. He gets tripped up. I don't know, no call. And they clear all the way the length of the ice. That should have been another one, right? Yeah, I know. He's very subjective about it. We got 34 seconds left of 4-on-4. Erickson, Dillon, Gerlach, and Pierce out there. Gerlach off of the draw, shoots just wide. Dillon grabs it. He'll go cross ice to Pierce. Pierce holds it at the blue line. He shoots low. He hits Erickson. Erickson scores on a deflection. Erickson from Pierce makes it 4-0. That was a beautiful deflection. Right into the top of the net. Not a power play goal, an even strength goal. So, 20 seconds left of 4-on-4. Dillon goes towards the boards. He's working hard, kicking the puck, kicks it into the zone. Mound Westonka trying to clear. That's going to be cut off by Gerlach. He'll cycle it down low. Erickson on the puck. He gets tied up. Whitehawks try and play it out. Gerlach tried to get a slapper off. He whiffed a little bit. It comes down the ice, and now Gerlach's tied up with a player behind the play, but everything's good. So Orono on an abbreviated power play. Actually, no, we're 5-on-5 again. Those penalties happened so close together that we were 4-on-4 for most of the length of time that both opposing players were in the box. 6:58 left in the second, 4-0 Orono. Burke, Kelly, and Fessler out with Keefe and who? Dacey. Dacey's the lone ranger that I couldn't figure out. All right. Whitehawks go back behind their own net, taken out by Dacey. Burke able to clear to Kelly. Kelly gets it into the zone, loses it, but goes and gathers Fessler on the puck. He'll get it back to Keefe. Keefe takes a shot, goes off a couple guys. It's loose out in front. Whitehawks get to it first and clear. Keefe skating back to get it. He'll grab. Goes off the boards. Fessler able to dig it out of there. Well, actually it goes into the Mound Westonka bench. So we'll get a face-off in the Orono defensive zone to Lamparski's blocker side. According to the scoreboard, there are 25 shots on net for Orono, 5 for the Whitehawks. Peck on the ice, he'll take the draw. Won by Orono, out into the zone. Peck, he brought it in, but Lee was in the zone. Peck's eyes were about as big as cantaloupes because he saw a clear path to the net, but did not realize Lee was already in the zone. Peck, Lee, and Downey, Kinder, and Gerlach. Westonka clears out to neutral. Now they bring it in the zone. They got a 2-on-1. Player falls down of his own volition. Gerlach tries to put it off the boards. He's working for it. Now Peck will gather. Peck grabs it, works along the boards. Now it gets taken out by the ref. Lee puts it in the zone looking for Peck. Mound Westonka grabs it. Back behind their own net. Gerlach able to hold. Now Peck in the corner, trying to find it. He works for it and does. Now Lee with him. But Mound Westonka being pesky. So is Peck. He gets nudged off this time, and I think they will clear, and they do. Now Downey on the puck. Oh man, he gets he gets taken out, but clears it to Erickson. Erickson moves in the zone. Toe dragged a couple times, but now poke checked away. Mound Westonka going the other way. Whitehawks try and put a shot on. Deflected by Pierce. Now Pierce backhands it, tries to get it out of there. Erickson has it. Somebody broke a stick. That's a Mound Westonka player. No money out of the account for Orono parents yet today. Shot! Lamparski save. Good positioning. Now Mound Westonka gets it back. They cycle it down low, but the pass doesn't connect. They center. It's loose. Erickson working. He'll clear it on a nifty little backhander. Dillon able to play it forward. Weiss grabs. He moves in. He gets it on his backhand. He shoots. Save made. That was a good shot. Dillon able to grab it before it goes behind the blue line and keep it in the zone. It loose out in front. Burke grabs it off the bench. Fessler on in the corner. Whitehawks able to clear. Poke check by Pierce. He tries again. It's centered. Lamparski makes the breakup. I don't know if it was a save because I don't know if it could have gone in. Fessler brings it into the zone. Now played by Berg. And Weiss will go off for a change. Some bodying going on out there, but Orono boys are holding their own, even though they're giving up a few pounds here and there. So Mound West Tonka goes far side. Broken up by Dacey. He moves in. He moves behind the net. He'll play it back to the point off the boards for Kinder. Kinder shoots. It goes just wide. A lot of traffic out in front. Fessler grabs. He centers. He was looking for Kelly. It was just past his stick. Now Kelly. He gets hammered, and that'll draw a call. As Kelly draws the penalty for an elbow. With 2:41 left in the second, Orono leading 4-0. And on the power play. Peck, Lee, Downey, Dacey, Kinder. Peck takes the draw. They fight for it in the circle. He's able to nudge it over to Kinder at the point. Back to Peck as they set up the power play. Peck goes cross ice for Dacey. Dacey holds, shoots, just wide. Now Lee able to take it away. He gets it to Downey behind the net. Downey poke check. Mound West Tonka cut off by Kinder. They played up the boards again, cut off by Peck. Peck in the corner. He moves inside the circle, dishes it to Dacey. Dacey shoots off a Whitehawk player. Whitehawks reverse the puck. Downey gets over there. Now Kinder. Peck. Whitehawks come away with it along the boards, and they're able to get it out into neutral. Battle ensues there. 31 seconds left on the Orono power play as Orono goes off for a change, most of Orono. Now they complete the change. Pierce comes on the ice. He grabs the puck. He's there with Gerlach. Gets it to Peck. Peck moves in. Peck dishes to Weiss. Weiss scores! Weiss from Peck on a beauty. From Pierce with the secondary assist. Weiss, Peck, Pierce. Five 0 power play goal. All right, Erickson wins the draw. Back to Gerlach. Gerlach gets it over to Pierce. Pierce rushes inside the red line. He has to find an alternate path. He does. Brings it in the zone. Weiss whacking at it, trying to keep it in the zone. Comes out to neutral. Weiss still grabbing it. He's got it. He shoots just wide. Dillon on the puck. Trying to find some space. Defended well. But Pierce holds the zone. Erickson working behind the line. Now West Tonka able to... Nope. Well, yep, now they clear, but Pierce throws it back in, but Erickson was exiting the zone offside. 36 seconds left in the second. Orono up 5-0. No. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. All right, Burke, Kelly, and Fessler out there with Keefe and Dacey. Orono wins the draw. Keefe finds Kelly entering the zone. Now Burke shoots. Save made. Tap by Kelly. He's trying to dig at it. It's still loose. I don't know. Kelly, watch out. Attaboy, Grayson. Now, centered by Burke, trying to hit Fessler. Mount Westonka able to clear. It goes all the way down the ice for icing. 6.6 seconds left in the period. All right, Burke ready to take the draw. I'm ready to take a nap. False start by Fessler. That won't cost him any yards. Shot. It's loose out in front. And that will do it. Burke put one off the side of the net at the buzzer. 5-0 Orono after 2. All right, a little quiet right to start the third period. I should probably change the scoreboard. Peck, Lee, and Downey out there. Downey moves in, off the draw. Goes to his backhand, tried to put on the brakes. Now Peck comes to help. Along the boards, Peck. He fires for Lee. Lee shoots. It was saved. The goalie then dropped it and it was loose for a moment, but goalie was able to recover and freeze it. So, 21 seconds into the third, Peck wins another draw. Casey and Lee battling for the puck. It comes out down the ice. Keefe cuts it off. Keefe goes far side for, is that Peck? That's Peck. He shoots. Just wide. Casey along the boards. He gets taken out. And Mount Westonka reverses puck far side. Keefe there. He's there first. Uses his body to, as Downey tried to clear the zone, it hits the ref again. Now, Peck gets it to Downey. Downey gets it to Lee. Lee shoots. Save made. Peck cuts it off. Moves it towards the net. A little too far for Lee, but Peck back on the puck. It's loose out in front. Whitehawks try to clear. Cut off by Kinder. Kinder holds the zone. Peck wheels it down low and goes off the ice for a change, as do other Spartans. Now, Mound Westonka does finally clear the zone. They'll put it a little too far. Kinder bats it towards Weiss. Now Erickson along the boards. Oh, Kinder tried to go cross ice for Gerlach, cut off by Mound Westonka. Now Erickson's got the puck. He'll hit Dillon entering the zone. Dillon tried to go cross ice but lost it. Now Whitehawks back behind their own net. Comes out to the point for Kinder. Kinder shoots. It's loose out in front. Weiss gets another shot. Save made. He's still on the puck. He shoots again. Oh, man, that hit somebody in the leg. But everybody's still standing. I'll tell you, when he shoots, you feel it if you're blocking it. Now Weiss across the blue line, back into the zone, taken out. Mound Westonka able to clear, but Weiss right back on the puck. Gets it to Dillon. He's going to draw a penalty, Weiss is. And Mound Westonka going to go off for a cross check. So Orono going back on the power play. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They called Weiss for a cross check. He must have dished it off and then extended his arms and bing, bang, boom. He's in the box for 90 seconds. So Kelly, Burke, Pierce, and Keefe out there to try and kill this off. Burke wins it to Keefe. Orono tries to clear. Cut off. Now Keefe gets another stick on it. Back behind his net. Now he breaks out. He hits Kelly. Kelly crumbs across the red line. Now the blue line. He tries to toe drag in. He gets tripped up and taken out, and he's going to draw another penalty. Orono's going to have a 5-on-3 for 1 minute 2 seconds. Kelly's still down. I thought he was just selling it, but he appears to be banged up a bit. Ref checking on him. 12:05 left in the third. Come on, Grayson. Get up, buddy. He is. He's starting to get to his knees. Now he gets to his feet. He's good to go. Tough kid. He'll get to the bench and take a breather. And so I mistakenly said we were going to have a 5-on-3. I forgot we were on the kill, so it's 4-on-4 for the next minute and 2 seconds. Burke wins it forward. Fessler grabs it, trying to find some room. Now he does. Goes behind the net, looking for Pierce. Now he looks cross ice for Keefe. Keefe gets it stolen, and they're going the other way. One man to beat, that's Pierce. He gets back and takes it away! What a play by Liam. He's able to clear the zone out to neutral. He tracked him down, grabbed his stick, lifted his stick legally, and then took the puck away. Now Westonka tries to clear. Cut off. Fessler grabs it. He's got Burke with him. They come in 2-on-4 as the other two go off for a change. Puck goes off the side of the net. Burke takes some punishment out front. Okay. Yeah, he says, that's fine. I'm just going to skate off the ice. I'll see you next shift. Peck and Downey, Dacey and Kinder out there now. Peck wins it to Downey. Downey streaks it, shoots. Save made on the blocker. Downey and Peck working in the corner along with a Mound Westonka player. Downey comes away with it. He hits Kinder. Kinder shoots. It's blocked out in front. Peck almost got a backhander off. Now they clear. They're on the attack. Kinder takes it away. Textbook defensive play by Jack Kinder. Mound Westonka puts it back in the zone. Dacey whiffs a little bit. That almost got scary, but it's all right. Lee's got it. He gets it to Peck. Peck enters the zone. He gets tripped up going to his backhand. No call. Should have been a call. I think now Mound Westonka's got a breakaway. They shoot. Lamparski save. Dacey clears it. Out to neutral. Lee on the puck. Now Westonka still has it. They bring it in the zone. Now Weiss. Weiss brings it across. He's got Erickson. He shoots. It's loose out in front. Erickson got his stick on it. It went just wide. Now Westonka along the boards. Now Dillon interrupting things. He gets it to Weiss. Weiss trying to move towards the net. Excuse me. Poke checked by Mound Westonka. It's along the boards again. Dillon working for it. Weiss working for it. Weiss comes away with it. Puts it on his backhand. He shoots. Another save made. I'll tell you, we're not lacking for shots in this game as Erickson breaks one up. just inside the red line. Pierce now lifts it out to neutral. Erickson trying to find it along the boards. Mount Westonka wins that one. They'll come in the zone, 9:18 left. They center. Lamparski save. And now Weiss is going to go back to the sin bin for getting tied up. He's not happy about it, but the guy went flying and he was there, and that's the call that's going to be made. These guys can't stay on their feet. All right, 37 shots for Orono, 9 for Mound Westonka, but Mound Westonka Whitehawks go on the power play. Erickson going to take the draw. He's out there with Keefe, Dillon, and Dacey. He wins it over to Dacey. Dacey goes far side. I got to learn how to control the camera. Mount Westonka centers. It's loose. Lamparski finds it and freezes. Mound wins the draw. Back to the point. Shot goes wide. Keefe there. He'll play a far side. Orono short-handed. Dillon gets there first. He's able to nudge it into the neutral zone. Good play by Sully. Now Erickson giving chase short-handed. Mount Westonka throws it far side. Trying to get control of it. They fall down. Erickson at the blue line making things difficult. Now Mount Westonka able to clear. They enter the zone. Toe drags. Cut off by Dacey. Dacey, he'll flip it out into neutral. Glove down by the Whitehawks. They'll flip it back in and go off for a change. 34 seconds left on the penalty to Weiss. Keefe will drop it for Dacey. Dacey hit Kelly. Got by him. But Orono doing a stellar job of killing this. Dacey hits Kelly. Kelly along the boards, just across the blue line, gets it into the offensive zone. Mount Westonka clears. 5 seconds left on their power play. They make one last rush. Comes inside the circle. We're 5-on-5 again. As Weiss is out of the box. Clearing effort got tied up and redirected on Lamparski. And now we get another cross check. And Mount Westonka draws. They'll get the call, Orono gets the call as Mount Westonka goes to the box for a cross check. 7:34 left, 5-0 in the third period. Oh. We will send out Burke, Kelly, Fessler, Gerlach, and Kinder. Burke wins it to Fessler, to Gerlach, back to Fessler. Fessler inside the circle. He was looking for Burke out front. Puck went just by him. Mount Westonka tries to clear. Orono holds. Kinder tried to center into the middle. It's broken up. Now Burke's got it. Back behind the goal line. We'll just tap it to Fessler inside the blue line. Back to Burke down in the corner. And he's looking for somebody out front. Goes off a Mound Westonka player out into neutral. Kinder back to retrieve. He'll get it to Fessler inside the blue line. Comes across. Outside the blue line, I should have said. Now inside. Shot. Save. Kelly with a rebound. Oh, I thought it was in. Kelly thought it was in. That's why he's frustrated. Glove save. 40 seconds left on the Orono power play. We'll send out the Peck line along with Keefe and Pierce. Lee back to Keefe. Oh man, Keefe had a wide open lane for a shot, but he decided to go cross ice to Downey, which was fine, but Downey was a little covered. Downey gets it to Pierce. Pierce shoots. Cross check. They make the call. Orono still got the puck, and Lola comes off for an extra attacker. So we'll have 6-on-4 here. Pierce with the puck. He'll hand it off to Keith. Shot by Keith, wide. Orono still in possession of the puck. Peck gets poke checked, but it's not possession, so Orono retains the delayed penalty. Shot. That was by Sully Dillon. Just wide. Actually, a save was made. Sorry. Now Mound Westonka touches up. So Orono got about 25 seconds there on a power play. They'll get another minute 30 as they exchange players out of the box. One comes out, one goes in. Cross-checking the call. Erickson, Dillon, and Weiss out there with Keefe and Pierce, with Orono leading 5-0 and on the power play for 90 seconds at 5:44 left in the third. Keefe takes it away, brings it inside the blue line. He streaks towards the net. Poke checked, but Dillon gets a shot. Save made. Dillon gets another shot. Save made. Weiss working for the puck. Tried to center it. Broken up out in front. Flipped out into neutral past the Orono defensive line. Pierce on the puck. He and Erickson figure out, okay, who's going to take it? Pierce takes it. He'll bring it into the zone. He's looking for some space. He'll dump it for Dillon. Dillon tied up along the boards. Mound Westonka clears. Kinder has the puck, but has to wait for people to get out of the zone. Weiss now on the puck, brings it in the zone. He's poke checked. Erickson poke checked. Kinder will dump it down low. Whitehawks on the puck, back behind their own net, go D to D. They try to clear. Erickson cuts that one off. Dacey cuts it off. Now Dacey grabs, goes behind the goal line. He centers. Oh, man. Weiss gets a shot. Save made. I'm running out of voice. 4:15 left. We've got 44 shots on net. 12 for Mound Westonka. Burke, Fessler, Kelly, Pierce, Gerlach. Face-off won by Mound Westonka. They clear. Gerlach giving chase. Legally takes the guy out. Not like out, but breaks up the play is what I'm trying to say. On a rush to the net. Now, shot. Close range. Lemparski makes the save. Pierce gets it to Kelly. Kelly enters the zone. Now goes into the corner. Burke. He wheels in. Save made. Whitehawks clear. Will it get all the way down the ice? Will they waive icing? They do not. Gerlach does a good job of lollygagging and selling that icing. I think he could have got to it, but give the kid some credit for being smart. 3:31 in the third. Whitehawks win the draw. Gerlach cuts it off just past the blue line. He'll go to Pierce. Pierce puts it in the zone, but offside as players were exiting. Orono going to change up the D-line. Keefe and Dacey come on. Face-off will come at center ice. Burke, Fessler, and Kelly still out there. Into the Orono defensive zone. Played by Keefe. Keefe tried to hit Fessler. Fessler was tied up with a couple guys. Back behind the net. Dacey hits Fessler. Fessler goes off the boards out into neutral. Mound West Tonka plays it right back in. Basie back to retrieve. He'll get it over to Keith along the midboard. Keith skates it past the blue line. He finds Fessler, but Fessler was already in the zone. That's offside. 5-0 lead, looking a little sloppy right now. I know. Shots on goal, 45-13. Domination by the Spartans. Peck wins the draw. Peck, Lee, and Downey out there along with Dacey and Keith. Lee gets it in the zone. That's offside. 2:36 left. Peck wins the draw back to Gerlach. Gerlach able to get it to Lee. Lee enters the zone. He shoots. Save made. It was just off. Not the shot. The shot was a good shot, but save made it just off. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say anymore. I'm tired. It's Friday night. I want to go home and go sleep. Peck plays along the boards. Cut off by Mound West Tonka. Now Gerlach interrupts that move towards the net. Peck digging for it. He finds Downey. Downey goes cross ice. Finds Lee. Lee on a very good catch on his backhand on a twirl. He puts it towards the net. And Gerlach was looking to try and get in the scoring action. Now Lee again. He shoots. It gets behind him. And it's a goal. Lee gets it. Lee. I'm going to say that one's unassisted because he worked hard on that just to get the puck. 6-0 Spartans. All right, off the draw, Weiss, Erickson, and Dillon out there. Weiss brings it in, gets taken out. Whiteox going the other way on his backhand. He centers. Lamparski breaks it up with her stick. Now Dillon taps it forward. Dillon's got something here. He shoots. Save made. Blocker save. Good blocker save. Good shot. Erickson now brings it towards the net. Tough angle shot. Gets broken up by his stick. Weiss on the puck. Comes out to Keith at the point. Keith centers it. Goalie got his stick on it. It goes over the net. Now puck goes reverse side. Weiss going to get there first. He tries to center for Dillon. Dillon got a weak backhander on net. Now Weiss retrieves. He'll shoot. He goes off the side of the post. Erickson back to Keith. Keith shoots. It's deflected by Weiss and in. Weiss from Keith. 7-0 on a deflection. And the clock's running with 20 seconds left. That'll do it. As Orono had a 6-goal lead, I failed to realize the clock was running. They'll tidy up the scoring activity, and that'll do it. We'll sound the horn here in 2 seconds, and Orono with a 7-0 shutout of Mound West Tonka in Mason Gerlach's first action back. Great to see you, buddy. Good game for the Spartans. Good game. Lamparski gets a shutout, as does the defense. And how about that? Mason's the first guy in line. Handshake.